That's what's up. I like getting that stuff about, you know, talk to me about. I love the video. I think you will be a great coach slash, excuse me, player someday. I would love to hear your advice of what Purdue player Zach Edey should do to improve. And I said, all right. So let's look up Zach Edey here. I think Purdue's in Indiana, if I'm correct. So he seems like he's pretty good. Wow, 35 points, 30 points. I mean, that's pretty good. Because, I mean, it's tough to score that many points in college basketball. But apparently right here, he's 7'4" against a guy that's much shorter than him. So, let's go ahead and see. Let's start with this video against Penn State. This is probably a big rival, it seems like. 20 rebounds, that's incredible.
Book in the Hotels.com app to find your perfect somewhere.
Who's got to get this into Zach Edey? Favorite eye is falling down all over the place.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that he's good at, and due to him being tall, I'm picking up on this right away. He's able to get the easy shots. He's definitely able to dunk, right? As we can see on this play, he can get open fast. He can post up really well, against a smaller player, or even against a guy, it might be even up to his size, He can post up really well because he's tall, and he's making all these guys who are even 6 feet tall, 6'5", he's making them look short, so he can post up really well, and he can, kind of push them back just a little bit, but not forcing it, so there's no foul, but he could post up really well. So that's something, if you want to know what's well with Zach Edey, he can post up really well.
Who's got to get this into Zach Edey? Favorite eye is falling down all over the place.
Nice easy pass, nice dunk.
Doyle, who is a three-point shooter, all by himself, top of the key.
So far, I'm just seeing that he's so tall, and he's good at basketball, obviously. You have to be good and tall. But his advantage is his 7'4" height. So far, I've just seen that he's had a great advantage. Don't see any flaws in his game yet.
Down the jam. 7'4" running the floor like that.
I mean, if you want to know one thing that would change for him, I would make it where don't make him too predictable. Because if you make him too predictable, they're going to find a way to stop him sometime. So don't go for the dunks all the time, I guess. But, yeah. I mean, he seems like he's pretty good. Let's go ahead and check his numbers. Yeah, so you have to post up really well in basketball, especially with your height. If you can posting up, if you don't know what that means, it means to, get in front of a smaller defender in basketball and just, post up. You got to think of it that way. It's hard to describe. But let's go and look at his numbers. I guess, look at the 3-point percentage, right? It's not great, not flashy. He doesn't go for as many threes. So if there's a situation when they're down a lot, and let's see, how many losses have they had? Okay, so this is his flaw. Scoring 15 points, right? 6 for 10 isn't bad for field goal. But playing 30 minutes and only scoring 15, I don't know. And making 3 out of 5 at the free throws, okay. You've got to attempt at least 1 3. I'm expecting him not to be great at 3-pointers, all right? Based on what the numbers show. Now let's see. He's played for a few years. He doesn't shoot 3-pointers. So if there's a situation when they're down, something that he could get better at is shooting the ball. Because if you're not going for really any threes, then there's definitely no trust. Look at all these zeros for 0. I mean, you get what I mean? So let's see here. He hasn't attempted a 3 in quite some time. So for him, it's attempting these shots, these 3-pointers. And as you can see here, He's had some games where his free throw shooting is good. 3 for 6 is not great, but then 4 for 5, 5 for 7, 2 for 3. He went 8 for 8 in the game. It's not something that I should be concerned about. It's not like Shaq or anything. Like, this guy's good at basketball. He weighs 300 pounds too. But I love to see him shoot the ball further out. Almost like Caitlin Clark does for Iowa women's basketball, because she's a great shooter. She's a sharp shooter. This guy isn't, obviously. But that doesn't mean he's bad at basketball. He's great at basketball, but he just isn't. He's not the flashy shooter, as you can see. So let's see if when he does shoot the three, when he does attempt it, which is really rare for him, let's see how many points. I think he scored, 13 points. But they still won. They won by a bunch. They won by 27. So, I understand they were against a bad team. Look, their record's great. But you've got to shoot the ball a little bit better than that, especially against a bad team. And 3 for 5 on free throws. Come on, 6 for 9. If I was a coach, I would not let that slip away too much. I would let it slip away every once in a while, especially against a good team. Let's see how good this is against a good Arizona team. So I would let it slip away. If you can win the game and your numbers don't look good against a good team, that's okay with me. But still, he's been great. It's tough to say when he needs to improve on. I think he needs to improve on shooting because look, everyone else. All these guys probably don't play that much. He has 7 minutes, 8 minutes only. Like, if he could he would be much more of a threat, and he already is a threat. That's the thing. He already is a threat. If he could shoot the ball more. So I want to see. I want to see his field goals now. All right, 10 out of 15. 11 out of 23. I want to see what kind of shots he's missing. If it's dunks that he's missing, if it's layups, so we can see how many assists does he have to it. There's a lot you have to look at to determine how good a player is. No assists. That's something that he could work on if he's struggling with that. Okay. So, Zach, they don't tell you how he missed. Look, here's the thing. He's going to block some shots because he's tall. That's his advantage. So, just working on these misses, I guess. It's not telling you what kind of shots he's missing. So, it's definitely not 3 points because he didn't attempt it during this game. It's crazy. But he's making the free throws. Oh, he missed a layup. Okay. So, if it's a layup that he's missing frequently, then he needs to work on that. But, everyone misses, that's the thing, so it's tough. But, I say he needs to become a sharper shooter, especially if he's going to want to go to the NBA, with his height and stuff. Teams are going to be looking for sharp shooters. I understand that, you got guys like Giannis, on the Milwaukee Bucks, and he's great, but he doesn't need his 3-point shooting to get more points. He has shot the ball from 3, though, and been successful. Other times he hasn't. LeBron James in the past, he wasn't a great 3-point shooter. He is now. If his game isn't going to be with 3-point shooting, I'm not going to be mad about that. This guy is incredible, right? This guy's a great player, obviously, looking at his stats. But I would love to see him just shoot the ball from 3 a little bit, because that would make him a little more dangerous. Let's see what his career high is. It's in the 30s, because for now, I don't see anything in 40. So he would be able to get more attention, right, as a basketball player, if he was able to score more points based off of getting more 3-point looks. So let's see here. Yeah, that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable in the postseason. That's not. This is probably when he wasn't nearly as good as you could see. Yeah, definitely not. But he's improved a lot with what fits him well. And apparently in basketball, college basketball, that's usually in NBA. 23.3 is going to be ranked 10th. Right here it's 2nd. So I want to see. Let's compare Zach Edey to one. All right, here we go. This guy, we'll compare him. I'm not talking about someone else. Tommy Bruner for the Denver Pioneers. Okay, so this is a player that might be a little bit better than Zach Edey, but that doesn't mean that Zach Edey is bad. I'm not trying to say this at all. And this guy, look at his numbers. He's a better three-point shooter, but not by much. I mean, he's a better three-point shooter, but I mean, yeah. So that's what Zach Edey needs. I mean, I don't know if he's like Michael Jordan. He doesn't like three-point shooting. But he would be the best player in college basketball if he could shoot the three ball. Like, I'm not saying that you need the three ball. Like, I don't go if I was the coach of a team, I don't want to go for the three every single time. I understand that. Keep that in mind. But it's just something that he could benefit from, having more three-pointers. All right, the perimeter shot. He's very slow due to his size. That's something else we gotta look at here, because there's something else I could discover. Let's see how he warms up. Okay. Here's what I gotta say. I understand that this is your game. You're gonna make all these shots. But this is too much of that. Okay? Well, maybe not too much. If you could do that while trying to shoot some threes, look, he's being reluctant there. Work on all areas that you can. I mean, nice dunk. That's really easy for him. I guess he's just working on areas. He's afraid that he'll lose his skills if he doesn't keep touching those areas. But yeah, work on the three-pointers. That'll make you a great player.
Real dairy milk, packed with probiotics for immune support. Feels good, tastes good.
Why are there extra pieces?
Can we just take a break?
Yeah, they're saying it's gonna hurt his draft stock. Okay, so people are doing this. So he just needs to work on shooting the ball. I mean, come on now. He's a great player. That's a great thing to want to know. But he could be like Zach LaVine if like Zach LaVine was in this video, if he shoots the ball further out, because at some point there's gonna be defense for it. I understand, but this taller guys that play against him, he's not gonna play well. And it's as simple as that. I know he's good, but they're gonna find ways to gain his area. I know he's tall and stuff, and that makes it easier. But he needs to have other areas of his game so that he can have multiple choices, multiple threats, so that, because with his incredible inside scoring ability, his dunking ability, with that's already a stress for a lot of teams. So look, he's working on his shots. Yeah, if he works more on his shots, right? Working more on his look, he's a clean shooter. So I'd say work on his shots and go more for the big boy shots, right? But yeah, if he adds more of what a normal offensive player has, which is kind of funny because he's doing it right there. Maybe he's just not the best shooter. Is that what's going on here? Because he's actually doing what I want him to do here. He's actually really smooth, but sometimes you can't really. I mean, he's a much better shooter than anyone I've ever seen. I'm totally kidding, but I mean, just. But yeah, I gotta give credit for his dunking ability. But the biggest thing he needs to work on is shooting bigger shots. That's all.